Letters to Sports. Bill Plaschke takes heat for Caitlin Clark complaints. Bill Plaschke has hit a new low. Plaschke is now a Caitlin Clark hater. Clark is the primary reason the WNBA is popular right now, and Plaschke is upset that she whines after being bounced around like she's trapped in a pinball machine. I will continue to watch Clark because she is the most dynamic player in the WNBA. Vaughn Hardenberg. Westwood. Bill Plaschke's column criticizing Caitlin Clark as a whiny, entitled player who constantly complains to officials, and her coach would be laughable if not so hypocritical. If Luka Doncic were the subject instead of Clark, the column would have read exactly the same. Calls to mind the adage that people who live in glass houses ought not throw stones. Mark S. Roth. Playa Vista. Notwithstanding Bill Plaschke's tendency for hyperbole, his article on Caitlin Clark was a three-point swish from half court. She has turned into the Luka Doncic of the WNBA. Maybe the Sparks can trade every first-round pick for infinity and beyond, and the two of them can be roommates. David Chinchetti. Claremont. Bill Plaschke's commentary was over the top and too harsh on Caitlin Clark. She is in the early stages of her WNBA career with so much more yet to give. From what I have seen on the court, did anyone see the latest Washington vs. Fever game? She is talented, gutsy, strong, and a highly competitive athlete who also ranks in the top 10 in free throws. She has the grit and passion for sport like no other. A spoiled, disrespectful, whining brat, really. She is a superstar in her own right that can fill the three-point basket in a clutch situation. Open your eyes. Her star still shines. Take another look. Go Caitlin. Joan C. Fingan. Ventura. Nice try, but it is definitely commendable that the Dodgers Museum commemorates Glenn Burke and Billy Beane. But buy into the idea that Burke was traded solely for being gay because of his own statements and those of, perhaps, politically correct teammates enamored with his popularity is, in effect, defamatory to the O'Malley family and baseball management considering their denials. In fact, Burke was traded to the A's for outfielder Bill North. And any comparison of their statistics before and after is clear evidence that it was a very favorable trade for the Dodger organization in terms of run production, which is the primary baseball objective. That is where benefit of doubt should exist, not on some emotional and sensational story. Kip Dellinger. Santa Monica. The Dodgers should not be given a pass for belatedly honoring two gay players they previously shunned. Given their recent White House visit to stand shoulder to shoulder with a president who has viciously attacked the rights of the LGBTQ+ community, and a recent Pride Night, when at least one individual player was allowed to refuse wearing the team pride cap, both the team and the organization have a long way to go before they can receive real atonement. Bill Waxman. Simi Valley. Blake Trinan should be fined for not wearing the pride hat like the rest of the team. Shame on him. John Student. Westlake Village. Powerless NC. Let me see if I have this right. The NCAA bans Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby because he made hundreds of football bets when he was at Indiana, thus threatening the game's integrity. Now, a Texas judge, Texas Tech grad, no less, has granted an injunction allowing him to play anyway. Result, the NCAA as we know it is now powerless and dead. Jack Wolf. Westwood. Fantastic finish. The New York Knicks winning shot sequence in Game 4 of the NBA Finals, with Jalen Brunson missing from deep, and then OG Anunoby following with a successful tip-in, reminded me of the winning sequence in North Carolina State's storied 54-52 upset when over Houston in the 1983 NCAA championship game, with Derek Wittenberg airballing a 30-footer, but Lorenzo Charles catching it and making the winning slam dunk to defeat Houston's Phi Slamma Jamma. Instead of seeing Wolfpack coach Jim Valvano run all over the court looking for someone to hug, we saw the faces of Jerry Seinfeld, Taylor Swift, Adam Sandler, John McEnroe, Chris Rock, Michael J. Fox, Ben Stiller, Timothy Chalamet, Larry David, and other celebrities in a state of shock. Stephen A. Silver. San Francisco. The electricity being generated from Madison Square Garden to my TV during Game 4 was exhilarating. Though the Knicks were repeatedly knocked down through two quarters, they got back up and ultimately delivered a game-winning uppercut on a tip-in.